What's going on, guys? This is T. Welcome back to the Side Hustling for Dollars channel. But another opportunity for you side hustlers. This one is with a company called ShyftOff. ShyftOff is very similar to the other companies I talked about on my channel. ShyftOff offers a remote customer service situation in which you will be a 1099 independent contractor, flexibility to choose your own hours. You can do it part-time or you can stack opportunities and do full-time, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to get into my ShyftOff account and show you what companies are out there looking for customer service agents on the ShyftOff platform right now, just to give you a good feel for what types of opportunities they have, kind of what the pay looks like, so on and so forth. But once you get signed up with ShyftOff, this is what your screen is going to look like. I'm going to show you open campaigns. This is stuff that they have. All right. So anything that you haven't already signed up for is going to show up in your open campaign. So this is what they currently have as of the date of this video. Today's January the 29th, 2026. All right. So looking at customer service related roles. So right now, college Hunks, Haul and Junk, they're looking for some customer service agents, and you see the base agent pay $15 an hour minimum up to a $17 an hour max. Typically what that means when they have a min and a max, it means if you work a certain amount of hours, you can get the $17 an hour. If you work whatever the minimum amount of hours are, you get the 15. That's pretty much what they're saying. And they also have a certification bonus. So if you meet the certification criteria by a certain deadline, they'll pay you an extra $100 bonus. The shift days right here, it tells you what days of the week they operate. They operate Monday through Sunday. All right. So this is that one right here. They also have an opportunity with CARS, which is a nonprofit organization. They're looking for donation support representatives. Basically, you would be helping, you'd be working with the donors. You got people calling in. Maybe they have questions about their donations. Maybe they have questions about the nonprofit organization, or maybe they want to donate and you're there to help facilitate that donation. CARS is paying a minimum of $14 to a max of $16, and they're also offering a certification bonus of $100. One thing I didn't touch on, you see where it says a $40 background check. Now on ShyftOff, you do your background check, you pay the $40 once, and that background check will last, I think it's a year. So it'll cover you for any of these companies that you want to work with on ShyftOff. And what I like about ShyftOff, you can stack campaigns. Say you get on with College Hunks, Haul and Junk, and say you work 20 hours over there, and then you get on with CARS and say you work 10 hours over there. They're cool with that. You can do that. There are some platforms that want you to just focus on one campaign at a time with their company, but ShyftOff doesn't care if you stack campaigns. They're totally okay with that. All right. So CARS is open Monday through Sunday as well, as you can see, and we just talked about the pay. So the last one that they have on here is a company called NRTC. That is a cable company, if I'm not mistaken. So it's just like Comcast or Optimum or whatever other cable company that you might have in your particular area. They are a cable company. This position is a tech support role. The base agent pay, as you see, the minimum is $17 an hour, the max is $19 an hour, and you see they have a bigger certification bonus, a $275 bonus if you meet their certification criteria by a certain time. And they're also operating 7 days a week. All right. Now, what I noticed is once you sign up for a campaign, once you actually quote unquote apply for the campaign, you'll actually be able to get more information about it. I'm going to show you 2 campaigns I applied for that are currently also looking for people. And one thing about this platform, they definitely do change out the campaigns pretty regularly, but I notice it's a lot of the same companies that they kind of work with. So I'm on here right now. College Hunks, Haul and Junk just popped back up on here. I noticed they were on here also around Christmas time, and then they went away. So I guess they had enough staff. So they took the opportunity down off of the board. But I noticed just a couple of days ago, it popped back up on here. So you're going to see that a lot as you use these types of platforms. You'll start to notice that, okay, Arise, they usually have these companies usually are on a rise. Oh, okay, over here on Live Ops. Okay, these companies are usually over here on Live Ops. So the more more experience you have on these platforms, you'll kind of get used to which companies are where. Okay. So, like I said, that's NRTC, 17 to 19 bucks an hour. It's the cable company you'll be doing tech support. Then you got cars over here. They're paying 14 to 16 bucks an hour. You'll be helping customers with their donations. And then you got college hunks hauling junk. You'll be doing customer service, helping those customers probably coordinate ordering some junk removal services and things like that, probably answering some general questions and things like that. So all three of these roles are really pretty simple. They're going to train you. Another thing I like about ShyftOff, they have self-guided training, right? They give you the material, you go through the onboarding. There is no, oh, I got to go to training class from this time to that time. No, they give you the material that you need to know, and you carve out your own time to get that stuff, that material done so that you can go ahead and start making money. I do like that. It cuts down on the time frame. It's really on you. Get the material done, understand the material, get certified, and then get on the phone. So it kind of throws it back on you to do what you got to do so that you can hurry up and start making money. I do kind of like that, right? So the campaigns that I signed up for, they're right here in my campaigns. Anytime you apply for something or anytime you're actively on a campaign, it's going to be in your my campaigns on this dashboard right here. So the first one is a company called Minnesota Board of Aging. I noticed this is another company that constantly like it pops up on here and then it pops off, as soon as they kind of fill the positions. So this one right here, you'll be doing customer service. You basically will be working with the elderly and helping assist them with their Medicare enrollment, their eligibility, like general program questions and things like that. And everything is all inbound calls. There's no outbound calling. Of course, maybe you might have to call a customer back or something like that. Simple, but it's mainly inbound calls. We will be working with them on their healthcare enrollments. All right. So you see the base pay here. They pay $19 to $21 an hour, and it's the same thing. If you work the minimum amount of hours, you'll make the 19. But if you work over into the maximum hours that they're offering, you're gonna get that 21 bucks an hour. And their shift hours, they're Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5:30. So they got those bankers hours for this particular role right here. So that's pretty much the gist of that role. The other one is Nations Benefits. This is another one of those health enrollment type of companies. They are operating, as you can see, 7 days a week. The shift hours are 8 a.m. to 1 a.m. So you'll be able to grab hours anywhere between that window. That's a pretty long window. So it's a good opportunity to get some hours, especially for those of you that are looking for like a night shift job or a second shift job, something you can do like after you get off your main job. So that's pretty cool there. As you can see, the base agent pay here is 16 to 18 bucks an hour, with 16 being that if you work the minimum amount of hours. I'm talking part-time hours, like 10, 15 hours. Most of these, they say if you work over 25 hours, you can kind of get into that max pay. Some of them might say 30, you can get into the max pay as well. So, and then I think I just mentioned the certification bonus for this one is $200. So down here it tells you the description. Nation Benefits agents handle inbound calls from members to help them understand how to use their supplemental health benefits, including coverage details, account questions, and their flex card support. So none of this stuff is hard. They're going to give you the material. They're going to give you some training. And of course, they're going to allow some grace so that you can learn, how everything works. So I don't want to show you this ShyftOff. This is a pretty cool little platform. And I've noticed that their hourly pay seems to be a little bit on the higher end in comparison to some of the other 1099 independent contractor customer service related kind of platforms. But yeah, so this is another good one to add to your toolbox. Like I said, I'm signed up for every last one of them. Every time I see one, as long as it's legit and I see that people are saying pretty good things about it, then I'll go ahead and sign up for it because you never know. I like the variety as well too. So I wanted to share that with you. I'll share a link to ShyftOff in the description and the comments. And hey, if you know somebody that could benefit from this information, maybe you know somebody that really could use some extra money, somebody that's always running short on the rent, they're always running short on the car note, or whatever the case is, and they can use some extra money where they can work from home, right? And be able to make that extra money. Share the link with them. All I got, man. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for tuning in. Side Hustling for Dollars is out. Peace.